Well, welcome. I hope you can understand me even with this mask. The European Council returned, as it had been announced yesterday and today, to the question of EU-Turkey relations. And the European Council has adopted a comprehensive set of conclusions which build on the decisions which had been taken on the 1st of October. The President of the European Council and individual members of the European Council have given their press conferences just only recently in Brussels, and you can find their appreciations and their assessments on this issue in these press conferences. As I said, these are comprehensive conclusions, and I really invite you to read them in their full beauty. And I just would like to draw your attention to 4 elements. First of all, in the first paragraph relating to EU-Turkey relations, or Eastern Mediterranean, as the heading is saying, number 30 of the heads of states and government formulate their collective assessment of what has happened over the last 3 months since early October. And they express here, as they say, and I quote, "Regrettably, Turkey has engaged in unilateral actions and provocations and escalated its rhetoric against EU member states and European leaders. Turkish unilateral and provocative actions in the Eastern Mediterranean are still taking place, including in Cyprus' exclusive economic zone." Besides this assessment, which is completed by the statement that the European Council takes note of the withdrawal of the vessel Orus Reich, there is also here, and that is the second, I think, important point, the formulation of the expectation. The expectation is on sustained de-escalation so as to allow for the early resumption and smooth continuation of direct exploratory talks between Greece and Turkey. The third point, so the first point is assessment, the second point is expectations. The third point is the reaffirmation of the EU, of the European Council, of the EU's strategic interest in the development of a cooperative and mutually beneficial relationship with Turkey. The European Council conclusions in the paragraph 31 explicitly state that the offer of a positive EU-Turkey agenda remains on the table and is then described, of course, linked to the expectations which had already been expressed in October. The fourth point to which I want to draw your attention is that stemming from the assessment in the first paragraph and the overall assessment also on the positive, the interest in a strategic interest in development of a cooperative relationship, the European Council issues 2 working mandates. One is to the Council to adopt additional listings based on its decisions of 11th November 2019 concerning restrictive measures in view of Turkey's unauthorized drilling activities in the Eastern Mediterranean. And the second mandate goes to the High Representative and the Commission to submit a report on the state of place concerning EU-Turkey political, economic, trade relations, and on instruments and options how to proceed. So a wide mandate with the different issues I mentioned. These are the four, so to say, points which make up this comprehensive statement. It is completed by the EU position on Cyprus, which is a confirmation of the EU support to the UN process. You can read that in paragraph 33, and it reconfirms also the demand on the High Representative to take forward the work on the on a multilateral conference for the Eastern Mediterranean, and states to finish with the expectation, the willingness from the European side to coordinate on these matters also with the United States of America. So much as an introduction, but again, it is a comprehensive set of conclusions which deals with many issues, and they have to be seen together. Thank you very much.
We're going to take 3 questions. Üç soru alacağız. Soru sormak isteyenler önce kendilerini tanıtıp daha sonra sorularını sorabilirler. First you can introduce yourself and the institution, and then you can ask your questions afterwards. Yes.
Merhaba, Anka Haber Ajansı'ndan Tuğçe Biçer. Benim sormak istediğim...
It's not working.
It's not working.
Yeah,
Well,
let me help.
and if somebody just translates, would be helpful. Sorry. Or you ask in English.
It's not important.
Thank you.
Anka Haber Ajansı Tuğçe Biçer. Liderler Zirvesi sonuçları...
Can you hear it now?
No, which channel?
It should be the first channel, right?
Yes, it's
2?
the first channel.
Okay. No,
And the other side.
not much working.
Let's use this one instead.
If I can't understand, it's a bit difficult. Thank you. Yes, fine.
Anka Haber Ajansı Tuğçe Biçer. Liderler Zirvesi'ndeki sonuçlar sadece Türkiye'nin Doğu Akdeniz'deki faaliyetleriyle ilgiliydi. Avrupa Birliği Türkiye'de yaşanan hukuksuz süreçlerle ilgili bir değerlendirme yapacak mı? Bu konuda sessiz mi kalacak? İlk sorum bu öncelikle. İkincisi, Türkiye'de yargıda ve ekonomide yeni reform atılımları, söylemleri var. AB bu süreci nasıl görüyor? Ve önümüzdeki süreçte Avrupa Birliği Türkiye'nin Avrupa Birliği üyeliğini nasıl değerlendirir? Bu süreç nasıl işler sizce?
On the situation in Turkey, the Commission has made its annual progress report early October, and this is a parallel working flow, if you want. And on the basis of this report, the Council and most probably the European Parliament will adopt conclusions or a resolution. And in this context, these questions which you raised will be addressed. This report is also the instrument which is linked to the accession process, and where, so to say, further descriptions and analysis will be done.
Any other questions? Sure.
Hello, my name's Razia Akocha. I work for AFP News Agency. So the summit, they've taken the conclusions, but often we've noticed with the EU that they can sometimes take sanctions that lack teeth according to some. Do you believe that sanctions will deter Turkey? I know the hope is that it will deter Turkey, but do you believe that it actually will deter Turkey? Will the EU take measures that will lead to such an impact?
Well, I can describe to you, and I describe to you, what is the range of decisions and assessments which have been made by the European Council at this stage. And the European Council has asked for the report, which I mentioned, to be presented before the European Council in March. So the next step, the next stage for the European Council to evaluate the situation will be the forthcoming European Council in March, unless, for whatever reasons, assessments should have to be done earlier. But the time frame set for the next evaluation is March.
Unless someone else has a question.
Please go ahead.
It's in fact, it was related to the same question. I will just add that the Turkish President, Mr. Erdogan, said that for Turkey it was not a big concern, the EU sanctions. How can you comment on that, related to deterring Turkey or not? Will the sanctions will be effective or not?
Again, the conclusions as they have been adopted are a comprehensive set of of conclusions, which tries to describe the strategic importance the European Union is attaching to its relationship with Turkey, which is also expressing its expectations as to lasting de-escalation and the other elements which are contained in the conclusions. And then, because of what has been happening between October and November, there is this element of decision which asks the Council to adopt additional listings. And then the discussions will be taken from there in 3 months. So it is a process. It is not something which will happen over one day.
So this is the last question, Ambassador, if it is okay. Başka sorusu olan yoksa bundan sonrasını kamera olmadan yapalım.
Mart ayında alınacak sonuçlara ilişkin kendisinin değerlendirmesi nedir acaba bu konuda? Mart ayında yapılacak toplantıya ilişkin olarak kendisinin değerlendirmesi nedir? Bu genişletme kararlar alınacak.
That depends on the next weeks and months.